G'day and welcome to it's been a while, hasn't it? An actual preview of an upcoming game. Feels like actually a long time. As we take on the Giants this Saturday night at Giants Stadium. That's what they call it now, Giants Stadium. In Sydney at the showgrounds there, or the Olympic Park, whatever they call it up there now. It's had a number of name changes. And I'm grumpy still. I'm grumpy. I'm grumpy buck. I did touch upon it in one of my mid-season player reviews that I'm still fuming, and it's been 11 days. It's been 11 days since that depleted West Coast Eagles brushed us aside. just brushed us aside. And we're talking depleted, really depleted, but 22 points. And we were all angry. Every Carlton supporter was angry after that game. Every Carlton supporter. I couldn't sort of think of many who would be generally positive after that. But usually you have time to calm down, and particularly with a bye, but even when there's no bye, you calm down and you can. But I'm still angry. In fact, I don't know. Maybe there's something wrong with me. I don't know, but I can't bring myself to be particularly enthusiastic about this football club at the moment. And that's just me, because for me, I'm refusing to get excited about anything other than performance on the field. So anything that happens off the field, as far as I'm concerned, anything needs to translate into performance on the field. When they cross that white line, for me, from now on, it's all about performance on the field from a team perspective. And really, that's wins, isn't it? That's wins. And I'm done. I'm completely done. I am completely done with the platitudes. And I can't decipher what is fair income and what's not. So I'm not in a position anymore to get sucked in by anything that the club feeds us. And I understand I've got a job to do, okay, to get us back on board, but I refuse to. I refuse to acknowledge anything that they think is positive. Sorry. I can't. Unless it translates into performance on the field, I'm not buying anything. And this is why I was quick to jump on the Harry signing stuff. And it's not because I don't want Harry to sign, okay? He's a great young player and we need him. But unless, for me, that translates to performances on the field, it doesn't, I'm not pumping my chest. I'm not fucking doing this. Oh, look at us. Oh, there were plenty of other clubs after Harry, but look at us. We just, look at us. Okay, so I'm not buying into that shit. Okay, because all it is for me, it's been fucking broken promises time after time with this football club. So it needs to be performance on the field, performance only. And the perfect example of this is Harry coming out in the media, and he needed to talk. I understand all that. He needed to talk. He needed to talk to the media, and he spoke well. He sounds like a fine young man, like a lot of us, like we've been told, oh, what a great media talent Harry is. And geez, we're lucky that he speaks really well. And he's had a great year. He's had a great year, but he's still early on his football journey. So it all becomes about performance as far as I'm concerned. I really don't give a shit how he performs in an interview, to be perfectly honest. And as far as I'm concerned, any words from now on until we actually perform on the field are all platitudes. So the new theme coming out of the football club is we are not far away. Things can turn quickly. This is the new. I mean, at the start of the year was the expectation of playing finals football. We're bottom four. We've won 4 games. Okay, we haven't really challenged, to be perfectly honest, any of the better teams in the top competition. We're expecting to play finals football. And the club are now saying we are not far away, things can turn quickly. Well, you know what? We're fucking sick of hearing that sort of shit. So this would have been a better way to go about it, all right, if you're fair dinkum. If you're fair dinkum and you actually believe what you're saying, that we're not far away and things can turn quickly and we're almost there, instead of Harry and the club announcing he's signing after a loss, okay, because we can see that in the cynical, you know, the timing of it, okay, instead of announcing it, you know, after a loss, which we did, you know what would have been perfect? But this is not Carlton anymore. This is not our club anymore. Harry and the club actually sitting down with the manager, whatever it would have been, okay, signing on the dotted line. If that was done over the long weekend, which we are led to believe it was, they go, you know what? Let's not fucking announce it on Monday or Tuesday, okay? Let's not do it after a loss. Let's beat the Giants this weekend on the road, up there, on their fucking ground, and do a number on them. And not only that, not only, Harry, we do a number on them from a team point of view, but you have a day out as well. You know, you don't have to kick 10. You just play really well. You know, you just play really well. You know, you want to kick a handful, but you just play really well. Okay, and we can hold that announcement off. You know, just hold it off. Don't say anything, and then we win, you play well, and then we announce it on the Monday or Tuesday when the supporters have actually got something to fucking cheer about because you've actually won a game of football as well. So it actually means something. So all those platitudes actually mean something. We actually see that we are getting close. Instead of just telling us we're not far away and things can turn quickly before, it's not going to sit well, and I'm not buying it. Okay, and it might appease a whole section of the Carlton faithful, and that's up to you. That's up to you. And I don't begrudge you for feeling that way if you get genuinely excited about this stuff. Because really, frankly, it's all we've had, isn't it? But for me, no. Okay, I'm done with it. All right, I'm done with it. So that's my little take, okay, on the way I'm feeling at the moment. It's all about performance. And with 10 games remaining in the year, I'm not going into this last 10 games with any sense of optimism, to be perfectly honest. Purely based on what's been produced so far this year, which has been shit, really. It's been shit. So why should it turn around? Why? I mean, we hear things can turn quickly. We are not that far away. Who's going to come in and change? You know, what's T going to do? What's he going to do? What are the players going to do? I'll get to that shortly. But let's have a look at the opposition for a start. The GWS Giants this weekend. Wow. Okay. What are they? They're 10th on the ladder. They're a game and a half outside the top 8. They had a draw against the bottom team on the ladder last week in North Melbourne in Tasmania. They've had some good wins this year, and they've surprised a few. They've been better than us, put it that way. They've got some stars in their team. Toby Green, Josh Kelly, Tim Taranto, Lockie Whitfield. You can mount an argument that 4 alone is as good as any player on our list. They've got Nick Hines down back, Jacob Hopper, Callum Ward, Matt DeBoer. We'll probably get Sam Walsh, Himmelberg and Finlayson. They're no superstars up in the forward line, but they'll back themselves against us. There's no doubt about that. And they've got a whole group of young players. They always seem to do. Ash Buckley coming. List goes on. Tom Green, Bobby Hill, bit of a live wire. And look at the record. I mean, look at the record of this football club against us. We played them 10 times. They're the youngest team in the competition. We've played them 10 times. We're one of the oldest teams in the competition, and the record is we've won 3 times. 3 times against the GWS Giants, and 2 of those were the first 2 games when the Giants first came into the competition. And we had that 1-point victory, that real upset at Marvel. Okay, or he had under Brendan Bolton. You know, that real upset, that 1 point. When we thought then we could get genuinely excited. But let's have a look at the record on the road. 2014. This is at Giants Stadium where we play this Saturday night. We've never won there. 214 beaten by 8 points. Early days of the Giants in the competition. 2015, 81 points. 2016, 62 points. And 2019, remember that game just before Bolts got the sack, 93 points. And then that game at Marvel in 2018 when they beat us by 105 points. Oh my God, wasn't that horrendous? And what makes it worse is we're taking so many players from the... We're taking so many of their players. You know, on our list at the moment, Williams, Plowman, Marchbank, Kennedy and Setterfield. And then all the other ones that we've had as well. I mean, we've taken so many. I don't know if many have gone the other way. I think Dylan Buckley went there, did he? Did Santana help him go to the Giants? I think he may have. Brett Thornton might have been there for a while, but there's 3 players. Anyway, doesn't give you a lot of confidence with that record, does it? And what we've produced so far this year. And really, what do you expect? Okay, what do you actually truly, if you're honest with yourself and honest with this football club, and really, I'd love to know what they actually really think about themselves, because we hear what other football teams think about our team, that we're really easy to play against. We've heard that this year, Ken Hinkley mention it in the Port game. You know, that they take the foot off the pedal because of that game in control. We've seen it. We've seen how arrogant the Eagles were against us, even with all those players out. So we know what others think about us, but wonder what we really think about ourselves internally. Do we actually think we're any good? Do we actually honestly believe that we are not far away? Because, frankly, on what we've produced, I don't know how they can come up with that. And this is... What would surprise you in the last 10 games? Be honest with you, not only this week against the Giants on the road, but what would surprise you? Or what wouldn't surprise you? With this external review going on, okay, at the moment, this external review on the football department, the coaches, the high performance manager, you know, the general manager, you know, the football director, all that. Okay, this is an external review of the footy department, not an external review of the players. So what would surprise you from a playing point of view, from the players' point of view in the final 10 games, considering what we've dished up in the past? And it's not a hell of a lot different, this list, to when Brendan Bolton got the arse. So would it actually surprise you, be honest here, would it actually surprise you that this playing group would see this external review as a bit of an out for them for the rest of the year? Would that actually surprise you that we actually fell away a little bit in the last 10 games this year from our group? That they sort of saw, maybe not just subconsciously, well, it's not about us, it's really about the coaching and everything around the coaching. It gives us a bit of an out, maybe just. Would that surprise you with this playing group and what we've dished up in the past? It certainly wouldn't surprise me. So for me, there's a huge focus on the players in this last 10 weeks. And this week against the Giants, the GWS. I'm fascinated to see what this playing group can dish up. Okay? Can dish up in regards to just everything. Their willingness to work for each other, body language, to get their hands dirty, to work hard defensively. Because history says when something like this external review is going on, this group can go missing and can use it as an out. And that worries me. All right? It wouldn't surprise me if that happens. And the other thing, I suppose, is, and this is the focus now for the remaining 10 games, and also this week, is the performance of David Teague. And like it or not, he becomes the major focus, okay? He becomes the major focus, okay, for the rest of the year as well. And we know, the thing is, I suppose the good thing is we know the problems. We know the problems, okay, from what we see on the field. So we know it is that game plan. And the inability of this football team for the whole year, even in our wins, the inability to defend and the consistency of that inability to defend. And also, seemingly an inability from Teague to recognise this issue. Well, not so much not recognise it, but actually come up with a solution. Come up with actually a solution or something, or a strategy just to stem the bleeding from that point of view. I mean, I hear some people say, at least we are attacking. Okay, we just need to, fix up a little bit defensively. Well, I don't even think the attacking looks that pretty either. I mean, we kicked over 100 points twice this year. I don't think we're flying offensively. It's not like we look at us and go, wow, have a look at us on the attack. All right, sure, we've got a good full forward who can kick goals, okay, but we don't look pretty when we go forward either. So this is more than just fixing the game from a defensive point of view. There's plenty of work on from an offensive point of view as well. It's great doing this preview before selection this week, because I think, and thank you once again, my man Bo Johnson, have a look at that unbelievably fantastic thumbnail. All right, he just nailed it. Okay, he nailed it. Bo Johnson nailed that piece of artwork. Toby Green with that smug look on his face, and two veterans who are going to be under the pump, Mark Murphy and Eddie Curnow. So selection becomes intriguing now, and which way David Teague goes. I mean, he had a full dress rehearsal with 10 games remaining in 2019 to become the senior coach. I think he's got 10 games now to keep his position. The last time he wanted the job, he relied on the veterans. Will he do that again? Can he rely on Mark Murphy and Curnow to get him through? Fuck, that's fucking intriguing for me. What would Lee? Is there going to be pressure on him now? Is there going to be pressure on him now to start to turn this list over a bit? So we've got a host of players in the VFL at the moment. Kennedy, O'Brien, Josh Honey, Ramsey, Sam Petruski-Seaton, Luke Parks, Tom Williamson, and even young Jordan Boyd, who could come in this week. He could come in this week. I mean, Newcombe did it at Hawthorn. They brought Newcombe in and he performed really well. So why couldn't Jordan Boyd just come straight in this week? Why not? Why can't that group of players come in and get opportunities now? I mean, it's not like this current group is getting the job done, is it? It's not like they're getting the job done. So what we don't want to see is youngsters getting dropped and the likes of Murphy and Curnow surviving from week to week and still losing. We can't see that. Oh man, it's fucking going to be great to see the way the players respond and also the way Teague goes about it. Oh, it's actually, I'm actually excited about that. I'm actually excited about that. There you go. I'm in a good mood now. Anyway, there's my preview. 20 minutes done and dusted. My God. The Carlton Football Club. Gotta love them. I'll see you probably on Sunday for a review. Tell us what you think. How are you feeling? Seriously, how are you feeling going into this last 10 games? Am I the only one who's completely lost the plot? Should I consider just maybe walking away now, bringing the curtain down on my blue heaven and I don't know, quietly sort of walking off into the sunset and maybe following something else? Because I don't know, should you be really feeling like this about your football team? I'm not quite sure. Anyway, speak soon. Bye.